to Star News as we join you once again today with breaking news. Our own Dick Jansen, who has been very busy today covering breaking news around the area, joins us once again as he has been out covering a two-car accident actually on Church Street in the city of Martinsville. Dick, what can you tell us?
I'll start off by saying it's a very nasty looking accident. Both occupants of both vehicles being transported by EMS. Law enforcement there on the scene. I could overhear them saying that they're trying to figure it out as they go as far as exactly what happened. At the current time, they are focusing on assessing the damage that a driver and passenger may have suffered damages in this accident. There were some children involved, although you'll be seeing that here shortly throughout the video. They do seem to be okay, although we are waiting more word on this as it becomes available. I did speak to an eyewitness there on the scene who said he was behind one of the two cars involved in this accident, although he refused to go on camera. He did state that he was behind one of these vehicles traveling down Church Street, at which point in time the driver, according to him, that was in the right lane, turned left, although there is nowhere to turn left. There are no streets, no driveways of that nature. You're not able to see that in the video, but it's very confusing on what the left turn was about, and end up striking that vehicle there. And you could tell a lot of rescue personnel on the scene, a lot of law enforcement on the scene, and everyone trying their hardest to make sure that they get these folks onto the stretcher without causing any more injury in order to continue the transportation to the hospital for further evaluation. Now I could hear a little bit, and I'm not sure where it was coming from, which patient it was, but you could hear a little bit of coherent conversation at the time, although extent of injuries is unofficial at this point in time. And it's very important to note how many law enforcement responders are there. You can even see some of those on the side of the road as there's a man directing traffic. He was the eyewitness to the accident, and as far as I can tell, he is just a normal civilian. So it's really good seeing civilians stepping up to help direct traffic and do anything that is needed to be done until officials arrive there on the scene. And this video is quite long, quite extensive, as we do try to go in depth on our coverage here at Star News. As you're just getting an idea, a brief glimpse into how the extent of this damage, how much damage is done to the vehicles as well as persons involved in this accident. As you can see there, the front end of this vehicle completely smashed, almost portions of it riding on top of the second vehicle there. I think it's going to be fair to say that at least one of these vehicles, if not both, will be considered as totaled out. And of course, we'll bring more information on this as we get it. Again, another tragedy striking here in our Martinsville area.
Here we see the driver of one of those vehicles being removed there, being what they call packaged up before being transported. That's, of course, to be certain that there's no additional injury. This doesn't necessarily mean the individual was seriously injured, but they want to take every precaution possible, set the neck in place in the back so as to prevent any spinal cord injuries or anything of that nature from transportation. So every precaution being taken here. It looks like a big turnout there of emergency officials, including the Martinsville Public Safety Office there, as well as Martinsville Fire and EMS and the Martinsville Police Department on the scene. Looks like traffic flow would definitely be a problem right now, folks. But at any rate, we thank you, Dick, for bringing us this coverage and the full report.
You're welcome, Scott.
Stay with us. We'll take a brief break. Be back with more here on Star News in just a moment.